Is this working? Are we live? Let me see. Well, I'm using Restreamio, so I don't actually know. Yeah, seems like we are live. Yep, but on my channel, my Portuguese channel, it doesn't seem like it is working. Let me see if I can fix that. Mm, yeah, technically it's working, but I can't see. Yeah, yeah, we are up. Are we up on X as well? Let me see. I didn't know I could stream on X. Profile. How do I know if I'm streaming? Yeah, cool. Great. So, in this live, I'm going to create some missions for Milkyway Mailing Inc. Because previously I showed you how I can basically use this um, event player, which is fundamentally just a way to play animations by index, right? So I can basically say, hey, play the next animation or play the animation at index 1, 3, 11, and so on and so forth. And yesterday I made a huge improvement to that. So what I did was instead of having like a global, a centralized event player, I'm creating something like an individual event player for each one of the things that of the objects or areas that I actually want to have those events. So since my game is an open world game, this is something great because now I can focus on individual areas and then I can position them on the actual world of the game. So this helps me focus on what actually matters, right? So yesterday I managed to create the quest for the first quest, so this onboarding quest. On the previous video I already showed you how this quest works, but now it's working locally on the Milkyway Mailing Inc. headquarters scene. So if I open this, where is it? Headquarters. Yeah, on this scene right here. So you can see that now it has the event player, and I can basically focus on making missions here. And the interesting thing about this new approach is that I can create like headquarters on episode 1, on chapter 1, and then I can create another scene that is basically the same headquarter on chapter 2, for instance, and based on some changes in the game, I can overwrite one, I can replace one with the other, and this will help me a lot manage all these missions. So let's see how this goes, right? I'm going to design the next part of this mission. Let me show you how it is currently. So the first thing that I will actually change, sorry, I just had breakfast, so I'm still digesting stuff. So the first thing that I will actually change is this part right here, because currently I'm using asteroids to bait the player, to lure the player towards the Mailing Inc. But this doesn't actually mean much, right? So I think that I will put some looting here and there as well. But let me show you how the actual, this kind of looting to lure the player. So let me show you how the quest currently is. So I have to interact with the Milkyway Mailing Inc. And I think that you guys are not seeing, right? Let me change. So let me play this again, because I don't remember if I changed the camera. Let me play this again. Oops, playground. Made some coffee today. I'm feeling really wealthy because in Brazil, guys, coffee became very expensive this month. So Now I have to go to the Milkyway Mailing Inc. headquarters and interact with this NPC. So this is something that I'm very proud about because you can see that there are some animations here, right? This is not a fixed texture. This is a how is it called? Viewport texture. And basically, I can pass any portrait to this texture. I can animate the portrait and do anything that I want, and it will replace the current portrait with whatever I give to them. And this is a scene, right? So I insert a scene inside a viewport that is within the dialogue. So something that I'm thinking about doing is making the astronaut scene as well. So probably we are going to do that in this live stream. So well, let's see this how this goes. Hi, you are the new courier. Welcome to the company, etc. So he will ask us to clean up the surroundings of the headquarters. You only need to take rid of 5 asteroids. When the janitor comes for his shift, he will take care of the rest. Okay, so we can basically just take rid of these, and I think that I will probably place these asteroids by hand. Currently they use a radial spawner, which is a class that I made that randomly distributes. Yeah, looks good. You may have found some metal ores, right? So yeah, and he will give us money, okay, for completing the quest. And well, if I go back here, there are no orders available at the moment. Come back later. And this is something interesting because at the very beginning of the, let me show how this works. At the very beginning of the quest, so introduction asteroid quest, I changed the portrait event, the portrait event library to the idle event, and the idle event shows this dialogue right here. So you can see that the portrait is this scene. So let me open, showing file manager. So the portrait for the manager is this scene. You can see that it's not the texture because the actual texture is in the dialogue scene. Dialogue UI, yeah, this one. So it's this viewport right here. So the system basically takes whatever text dialogue data that I pass to it, which includes a scene to instantiate inside the sub viewport. So this is something that I will use to implement the all the characters portraits as well. And well, the next thing that I want to do. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that after accepting the first mission, players will not be able to restart the mission again. Probably I will have to disable this button while the manager is giving the quest brief, because well, I can do that, right? But this will basically just restart the whole dialogue. So I don't know if I want to do this changes. What's this error? Link dialogue. Okay, already. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. After that, after completing this quest, I want the player to let me just change the name. Headquarter. I want the player to face some enemies so they understand headquarter. Are these 2 words? I don't know. Headquarter. I want the player to face some enemies, right? So what I will do is to add a I'll create another quest, but this one is, well, destroy saucers. I will have to be careful about this one because currently saucers they disappear after some time, and this will make so that the players won't be able to finish this quest if the enemies disappear, right? So I'll have to create another type of enemies, saucers, that don't disappear. Get rid of the saucers. Destroy 5 saucers before they disappear. Well, I can... Yeah, since this is a kind of like an onboard mission, I think that I will not make the player actually destroy them. If they disappear, I think that this will also trigger the quest. Yeah, I think that I will do that. Find an update. So when the players finish this quest, it will trigger saucers 1 from the beginning. Okay. And how will this quest work? So first of all, let me create this. I'll create another library here named saucers 1. I'll duplicate this one because this will make it easier for me to manage. Saucers 1 introduction. And what I'm going to do here is to make this unique. Yeah, it will be the manager portrait. There are no orders available at the moment. Come back. So the text will show, oh, you've got raided by space pirates. These bastards have been really active lately. So I have to check if, yeah, so I only have 95 characters to use because otherwise the text will overflow the label, and I don't want to mess with that, so it's better to keep it below. Sorry. So yeah, do you guys want some music? I think that this will be good, right? So let me play some music right here on my Spotify. Oh, I will look for some for some copyright free music because otherwise you know what happens, right? I don't want to get a copyright strike. How was the book release? Approximately. Hi, great to catch. Hey, how are you doing? How was the book release? Approximately how many was sold? For the game development patterns with Godot, as far as I know, the last time that I checked this out, we sold, I think that 200 copies or something like this by the end of January. No, by the end of this month, February. Yeah. But this includes um, digital copies as well. So I just found no copyground. Yeah, no copyright background music for Twitch. No, I'm not streaming on Twitch. don't quite like Twitch. Do you rather watch it on Twitch? I usually don't stream on Twitch. Yeah, lo-fi game music for good. Let me see if this is streaming. Okay. Can you guys listen to the music? Cool. Cool, let's see if this works. So, going back to the game. Hopefully it hit the thousands. Yeah, I'm really wishing for that, because I think that after 500 copies sold, I will start to get the royalties. So this will help me a lot. I really need some money. I have a little boy coming soon. Guys, I'm so happy. I have a son. So let's move on to the next dialogue. So event player. I think that I will duplicate this one. Duplicate. But now it will be on saucers. And make this unique. So take rid of them to get the bounty before they disappear. Yeah, I think that this will be it. Yeah. So what I will do now is to use one of my radio yeah, a potential game. It will be a game, a commercial success. If God allows, this will be a commercial success. So this is Milkyway Mailing Inc. It's my current commercial game. I'm working very hard on that. This will allow me to create a lot of content for you guys. So I'm really excited for this game. It's a top-down space shooter where you have to deliver love letters across the solar system, and every planet besides Earth is guarded by a solar aspect, which is basically just a reference to one of the 12 zodiac signs, and by defeating them they will give you some skills. So let me show you. I have the GDD here. So this is the design for the first mission, but I won't go into that because I'm still on the onboarding mission, right? This will be the one that the players will have to deliver a letter to a client on Earth. But we're currently making the first onboarding mission, kind of like a tutorial. So solar aspects, and we have areas currently. So this is the design of Aries, the solar aspect of Aries. It has like personality, so gender male, element fire, quality cardinal. This helps me design its personality and how it will react and its internal conflicts, his internal conflicts. So temperament, cleric, and we have the power up. So let me show you how this works. This is kind of like the vision that I have for Ares battle, and this is how I envision the battle. So Ares will kind of like charge towards the player, and players will have to teleport to avoid getting hit by Ares, because this will give a lot of damage, as you can see, and Ares will destroy these asteroids surrounding its spawn point. And by defeating Ares, Ares will give you the spark. Actually, I changed the name to Solar Spark, which is basically it will add an explosion to your shot. So when they hit enemies, they will explode, dealing area of effect damage. Kind of cool, right? So this is the design for the game. I have other skills already designed. Actually, every skill is already designed, I just didn't draw them yet. So this is the one for Taurus. When you shot, the idea of Taurus is that when you stop to recharge your energy, the next shot that you deal after completing recharging will turn the whatever it hits into a magnetic area. So it will pull things towards it, and by pulling things, it will deal damage to them. Kind of cool. And well, I have others as well. So I think that Solar Flame. Yeah, I think that Solar Flame from. Let me show you solar aspects. Leo is the guardian of the sun. So kind of cool. This is a kind of like a lion, and this is the sun at the background. So Leo the flame, the second fire sign, known for being controlling and egocentric. Leo is the guardian of the sun and in charge of Sector 5. And this is the skill of Leo. It's kind of like a laser attack that deals damage per second. So solar roar. Kind of cool. I'm very excited for this game because it will allow me to do a lot of things. And well, I have everything planned, so I'm very well. You guys weren't. You wasn't. Oh fuck. Let me show again. So this is the power. This is Leo, the flame. It's kind of like a lion, right? So it's for the zodiac sign Leo. And this is the power of Leo. A laser beam that deals damage per second. And after players defeat this solar aspect, so Leo, they will have access to this as well. When they are charging, when they finish charging, they will start to cast this. I want to make this game such a way that the combat is already set. So we have shooting, we have the recharging mechanic, we have the dashing, which is basically just a teleport. Actually, it's a teleport, which is basically just a dashing. And what's the other thing? I think that these are the three main mechanics of the combat. But so every skill will be triggered by these three things. So either by recharging, by firing, or by teleporting. And they will be passive skills. They will be upgrades, kind of like power ups, right? So I don't want players to be actively casting these skills. I want them to be upgrades to players' combat skills already. So the combat is already designed basically. But let's go back here to this mission. Let me see the chat. What the gameplay will be similar to? Yeah, SVG art. I only know how to make small, like minimalistic vector art. I don't know how to draw pixel art. I don't know how to draw detailed art. Just this minimalistic art, because this is the most I can do, guys. I'm not an artist. Leo, wonderful. FTL and Vampire Survivor similar. Yeah, so this is something that I want to do to prototype the combat. I want to create kind of like a vampire survival game. Yeah, you got it right. So let me show you something from the design here. So in the something that I want to do is to test out this um this system mechanics upgrades. When you upgrade a skill, you kind of like draw your how is this called in English? Your solar map, sun map. Yeah, so like in astrology, when you are born, every planet is positioned in a given zodiac sign, and this creates your personality. Look, just so you know that I'm not saying that this is real. This is not. I don't believe this is real. But it works kind of like a yeah, I'm trying to gamify this concept. And since this is a storytelling system that is already set up, you have conflicts. So, for instance, a the astrology has what they call a master-slave system, where a sign can have huge influence into another sign, and this kind of like create this slave-master dynamic. And I used this dynamic to create weaknesses and strength towards between these solar aspects, right? So I don't believe this is true, but it is a good system to gamify stuff. So I want to create this system where you can upgrade your skills, and they will give some perks to the solar skill provided by the solar aspect. And the prototype that I'm thinking about doing is exactly a vampire survival like game. So you have this spaceship, and you get this upgrade, these skills, and you can invest into upgrading them, and you'll get raided by aliens and stuff like this, and will be kind of like an endless game, right? So kind of like an arcade game, just to prototype how these skills will interact. Because just a second. Sorry. So just so I can understand how this will all interact together, right? And well, what do you think about that? Would this, because my main concern about doing that, like creating a second game that leverages on the concept of the main game, is that this can hurt the main game market. I don't know. I'm a little afraid of that. What do you think about it? Do you think that this will hurt the main game? Like Morrowind. I never played Morrowind. Is it like that? You have something like the Zodiac map and stuff like this? Didn't play it. I only played Skyrim. For a moment. I thought you are in a... No, I don't believe that. Yeah. So this is the thing. I don't believe this is true, but I like the concept of astrology as a system, a storytelling system that help us create conflicts, that help us understand some internal conflicts of some characters. If astrology was something kind of like... So I don't know if you ever heard about MBTI, right? This is another personality system that takes into account how you act. So if you are someone that is more intuitive, that is more socially outgoing and stuff like this, they will try to fit you into this stereotype, right? So I like both astrology and MBTI as a way to understand how's it called? Stereotype, but archetypes. Like, this is the thing. So I like these systems of archetypes that will help me create my characters. But I don't believe any of them are true. I just think that they are really good systems to design characters. But I don't believe they are true. I class special. I don't mind SVG art. I can't remember any game. I can't remember any game I played. Or the new one. Yeah, this is something. So, ever since I worked, I watched some videos from Kurt Kizar, you know, that the German science YouTube channel. I got mesmerized. I was like, wow, I have to make a game with this kind of art. And well, this game that I'm making is what I will. It's my attempt to make that because it's space and stuff like this. So it's my attempt to create a game with a Kurt Kizar based vibe, right? This is not weird. This is this is RPG when you have like magic resist because you have Zodiac. I didn't get it. This is RPG when you have like magic resist. Yeah, you are saying that. Yeah, I think that I got what you say. This slave master system, right? So yeah, fundamentally, what I did here is to create a magic system based on astrology, kinda. But yeah, let's go back to the design of this quest. But you guys didn't let me know your thoughts about creating this sub game, this sub product, like a vampire survival game in space, leveraging this system. Because this, I think that this will be a good prototype. This will help me test out how each skill interact and how much I should like the values of each one, so the damage, the timing of each one of these skills, right? I think that this will be a good approach to test this, and I want to make this prototype into a full-fledged product as well, so like a full game that I will release on Steam as well. But as I say that, I'm a bit afraid that this can hurt the main game image if I don't do this um, well. So I'm a little, I'm not confident about this approach yet. What do you guys think? But let me start designing this quest. Well, the first thing that I will do is to add an area, an interactive area, to trigger when the player leaves the surroundings of the headquarters. Instantiate. So for those that didn't bought my first book, an interactive area is basically just an area 2D that triggers signals automatically without necessarily passing the area that entered or left, and it basically allows the interactive area to also listen to players' input when players are inside this area. So if I get into an interactive area and I press the interact button, it will listen to this button and interact and trigger something, right? So this is what these areas are all about. Circle shape. So I want that when players leave this area, which will start disabled by default, I wanted to trigger another quest. So this quest, destroy saucers. And how I'm going to do that? Also, I need the radio spawner. Actually, I'm going to copy and paste the one from the player scene. Yeah, so you can see that, let me Asteroid. So you can see that I have these circles, right? And I can increase and decrease them. This is the area in which the spawner will spawn whatever scene I use here. So I think that this... No. I think that I would decrease the radius of this area. When players leave like this, it will instantiate the enemies like on this border, on this outline here. I ideally, how can I do that? Well, ideally this should only spawn the enemies close to the player, because otherwise... No, but I think this will work. Yeah. I will spawn... I think that 3 will do the trick. Randomize amount, no. Yeah, I think that I will do this way. So, space pirate. And on this... Actually, I will duplicate this scene, because I want to add the quest progress to it. Yeah. And only to these specific parts, but not to every part. The survival game market is still up. Great, so I think that I can leverage that. So you should make it portable systems or mode to plug and unplug. You mean the skill system? Yeah, definitely. That's the point. That's the whole idea. I'm trying to make it very modular. This is good, and good thing, intuitive understanding, like bilateral poker. I mean, this other thing, plebs. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to leverage this. This game is trying to leverage a lot of things, because, as you say, the astrology... Yeah, plebs love astrology and stuff like this. But also, since the game is a game about delivering love letters, one of the things that I want to offer as a in-game purchase is the ability for players to create their own letters. So let's say, what are your guys' sign? Do you know? Like, are you Taurus, Gemini, Leo? What cons you face with Godot? Oh, with Godot 4 specifically, a lot of them. So I don't like how some upgrades of Godot 4, namely how they remove the twin node. Well, we still have the twin system, but it's not as we have in Godot 3. I really like the twin node. Something else is that I don't like the colors, the default colors for the team color, the default team color. I rather the ones we have previously. What else? There are some stuff. So for instance, something that is really annoying is that currently the glow effect is not working for 2D. They fixed it. It's kind of like working, but it's not working as it should. On Godot 3 point whatever, it worked wonderfully. It was great. It was the most amazing thing for making beautiful games in Godot. But currently it doesn't work. It doesn't quite work. It's not intuitive. It doesn't work as it should. So yeah, I hate it. I completely hate it. So if we have, but well, something that I really like about Godot 4, and if this gets a backported to to Godot 3, I will migrate this project back to Godot 3 because it's way better. But it's this, the ability to clip stuff. So you can see that this is the actual sprites going on here. But if I enable clip, everything got within this area, this sprite right here, and this helps me a lot, especially because I like to do these Boolean operations because I work with vector art, and yeah, this is the to me this is the main feature of Godot 4. Actually, well, at least for 2D games. Leo, Libra. Okay, so imagine this is the thing. So in the game, I want players to be able to create their own letters. So you can like purchase a letter for like $3 or $5, and it will become a side quest in the game. So let's say you want to send a letter from a Leo to a Libra, right? And players will have to go to the sun and will have to face a lot of challenge, so defeat enemies to grab this letter. They will have to defeat the boss, so the solar aspect, the guardian of the sun, which is Leo. And after defeating Leo, they will be able to take the letter and deliver to, what's the planet of Libra? I think that it's Jupiter? I don't remember. Yeah, and they will have to go all the way to Jupiter to deliver the letter. So this is the main monetization model that I'm thinking about, and I'm leveraging that because people like to do this kind of romantic stuff, right? They want to be part of the game as well. So imagine that at Valentine's Day, I make a promotion saying, hey, instead of sending flowers, why don't you send a love letter to the stars for that person? And players will like buy these letters and record how they will deliver this letter to that person and what they want to say, because everyone has something to say to someone else, right? I bet you guys had some experience with relationships and things that didn't got said or something like this, that if you have the opportunity, especially if you have the opportunity to do something as cool as a space mission that will tell this person what you wanted to say, I think that this can leverage a lot of, this provides a lot of emotional value to players, right? So this is what I'm trying to make with this game. Don't save. Only know it because I wish it. So that's the thing. I like this astrology thing. You can see that my tattoo. So my tattoo, it's about alchemy. So this people usually misunderstand. This is not about astrology. This is about alchemy. But alchemy leverage some zodiac, some astrology symbols as well. So these are actually alchemy procedures. So we have I don't know how to say them in English, but yeah, you can research that. So you can search for alchemy procedures. And I only got into this astrology thing and zodiac stuff because of Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, right? I don't know if you guys ever play that, but I was really into that back then, and I was like, well, why did these people make a class that is based on areas that has like in the game, areas are like white mages and they heal and stuff, but they were supposed to be like barbarians, right? Because this is the stereotype of an Aries, someone that is impulsive, aggressive, with a heated head, that do stuff and then uh, shoot first and ask later. And I was like, no, we need a game that actually conveys the idea of how this personality can be expressed. So I thought about like making an RPG in which you choose if you choose an Aries. So I'm talking about Aries because I'm an Aries. So when you choose Aries, it will be like a fire mage that casts powerful explosion spells. And if you choose to be a Sagittarius, you'll be an archer with some fire arrows as well. This kind of stuff. So I think that they made a very bad a very bad abstraction of astrology in Final Fantasy 12. 12. So let's go back to the mission, right? Enemy spawner. Yeah, so we have the spawn. And this should trigger this. No, I think that I will trigger the spawn using events. What this will do is to trigger an event that I will call Saucers 1 introduction. Yeah, you got raided. Take rid of them. Yeah, so Saucers 1. This one right here. And I will finish this using the same approach in this one. Three. But in this one, instead of triggering as destroy asteroids, I will trigger the destroy saucers. So we can do this small trick. Destroy saucers. Yeah. And on the space pirate, as I said, I will have go. Isn't alchemy goal is for immortality and wealth? Well, kinda. Yeah, so this is the ultimate goal of alchemists, but alchemy as a philosophy is kind of like how you can transform stuff, how you can make something better than what was given to you, right? So for instance, all these processes are about, so Aries is, I forgot, I don't know how to say that in English, but it's like putting a lot of energy into something so you can purify, you can take rid of like debris and stuff like this, and got like the pure stuff. So let's say you found an iron veil, and you have to put a lot of energy, you have to burn everything that is not iron, right? So that you can be left with just pure iron. So this is what this process is all about. But philosophically, how I understand this process is about taking rid of distractions in your life so you can focus on what will actually move you towards your goal. So don't be sidetracked by impurities, right? And the Leo process is, I think that is fermentation. The idea is that you're going to put stuff into a very middle heated water, so it will kind of like melt, and this will help you mold this thing later. So this will help you shape this. And to me, the philosophical approach to that is that when you are given with a situation, it's better to wait and understand and let it kind of like, yeah, melt, so that you can understand it from a third person perspective and see how you can use this situation in your favor, right? And well, and the third one, which is the Sagittarius here, is serration, which is basically when you take this thing like this wax, and you can shape it however you want. So it's about not taking things personally as if they were a personal attack to you, but you can reshape them. You can reshape any situations in your life so you can take the best out of them. So this is the thing. Yeah, alchemy initially when it was kind of like trying to be a science, it was about using these procedures to try to achieve gold and immortality and make anything be how dumb were, right? Because if you have a lot of gold will lose value, right? But anyway, but as a philosophy, I think that is about this. It's about having the ability to transmutate things that happens to yourself. Having this mindset of, I can make a good thing out of this bad episode of my life. So this is the thing. Yeah, I'm kind of like this person, guys. Like you do vodka. Yeah, with fermentation, right? Now in chemistry you can turn mercury into gold, but it's yeah. So yeah, nowadays we know how we can kind of like make gold out of a lot of stuff, but it's kind of like it takes a lot of energy, so it's not actually worth to do that. So this one will be 3. Get rid of saucers, destroy 3 saucers before they disappear. Alchemy is an old pseudoscience. They refined and become modern day chemistry. Yeah, they gave a lot of initial knowledge for what chemistry is today. So this is the thing. I understand nowadays. So I'm a big fan of Fullmetal Alchemist, right? So this is why I designed this tattoo. So I'm really a big fan of Fullmetal Alchemist, and I understand philosophy nowadays, alchemy nowadays, more of like a philosophy than a pseudoscience. They try to be a science with no scientific background, with no scientific back, but it wasn't backed up by any scientific knowledge. But nowadays I think that it's better to understand it as a philosophy. So just like I said, try to understand it as ways to approach life, right? So it's not about making wealth. But anyway, if you see this tattoo, the symbol that is on the middle is the sun, which to me is what illustrates the just what illustrates gold, right? And the idea is that gold is not the material thing, but the ultimate goal of your life, to create value for other people. This is what I understand by gold, because by creating value to other people, you will get wealth as well. And the way that I will create value to other people is by doing this procedure that I told you, to focus on what I think that matters, trying to put things into a brief, a low heated melting, so I understand what things are, so I understand how I should approach them, everything that I can do to understand what I'm dealing with, and then reshaping this thing into something that is valuable for other people. So this is kind of like a philosophical approach that I created. Is very symbolic. This has nothing to do with actual alchemy and with other stuff, but yeah, it's my personal philosophy of life. Glorious. Good morning. uh, yeah, Ludo out now. I'm not. I'm not Big Dev anymore. Please. But do you program using Linux? Yeah. I wish I could dual boot this laptop into Windows, because playing on Linux is terrible. it's terrible. But yeah, I make games using Linux. Well, let's move on to test this. Let's see if I manage to. Well, I have to create now saucers completed. And for this one, what's that? Headquarter, link, okay, so everything here. Let's request remove this. No, actually this should stay. I will duplicate this one. Actually, the first one. Saucers completed. And this time around, it will say, great job. KVM and KVM and have a Windows. But it was the wonderful writing for the author. She made. Yeah. Oh, I really love Fullmetal Alchemist. It's like, I know that, for instance, Hunter x Hunter is a way better shonen, but I don't know. Fullmetal Alchemist has something in my heart. Is awesome. It's really philosophically deep. Really deep. Completed. So we take rid of this. At quest, take rid of this as well. And I think that this is it. So when players complete this quest, it will appear saying, great job, thanks for helping us with that. I think that I will give players some score points as well. Like 300. and GPU passed through. It it hit all the right points and feelings. You mean Fullmetal Alchemist? Because if so, I will have to agree. It's so, it's well, yeah. It really hits this. So I think that, well, destroy Saucer's quest. Saucer's complete. Completed. And this will only becomes available when players finished this quest, Asteroid. So right here I will enable this quest. I hope that this works. So let's see. Let me just headquarter to this one. Yeah, I think that this is it. Oh no, I have to actually create the space pirate scene that will space pirate saucer. I think that I will have to create this inside the quests. Quests. 02 saucers. And so I just have to create a quest progress, and I will disable its timer, its disappearing timer, this one. Well, I think that I can basically just, yeah, but since it won't, well, yeah, this is dangerous, right? I think that it will be better to inherit this scene. The inherited scene. No. Fuck. New inherited scene. From actors, space pirates. Yeah, this one. So since this is an inherited scene now, I can toggle off the auto start. Save it. Areas, headquarters, quests. Number 2, saucers. 1, space pirate. And this one will carry on the quest progress. And all I have to do here is to use the same quest ID as this one. So saucer 1. Saucers 1. Place player headquarter, and this enemy radio spawner. Space pirate, this one. Well, I think that this will work. But let's hope so. How Godot will survive with with all the AI features in Unity as a competitor. The support already decreased. Yeah, so Godot lost a lot of support due to some wokeness, but I think that as long as we have a community making plugins and stuff like this, that will help Godot maintain its momentum towards being a modern engine. I think that we can rest assured that it will be in pair for this kind of stuff. So this is up to the community. I don't think that this is something that the developers should be care about, as long as they provide the necessary low level features to leverage this with plugins. I think that the community will be able to do that. They own. So let's see if this worked. So you can see that in the middle of this quest, I can interact, and it will say, "Hey, there are no orders available for you at the moment. Come back later." And I'm really proud of that, guys, because besides it's like a very tedious job to do everything by hand, this gives me a lot of control, and it's cool because I can design any mission with that, any quest. So I'm really proud about that. So technically, if I leave, well, what is it? Remote, headquarter. What is it? Areas, headquarter. Why didn't that triggered? Disabled. So it's not disabled. Interactive area 2D. Oh yeah, it's because I didn't I didn't connect this to the event player. Find and update by index, and I just need to pass the name of the library and the index. So the name of the library is Saucer 1. Yeah, Saucers 1. Intuition. Institution. Gonna win eventually. I don't know. I think that leveraging community power will always win at the end, because like 2,000 people has way more power than a really rich investor, which is the case of Unity, right? So let's see if this works. Yeah, it didn't spawn the enemies. Didn't spawn the enemies. Introduction. Then show. To like 1 second. Rated. Oh, I was update dialog. Add quest, okay. So this one. Call method. Spawn. Let's see if this works. Eu não sei se tem brasileiro aqui. Tem brasileiro aqui, gente? Eu tô meio que ignorando o chat. Porque... Porque eu só tenho o celular, então eu não consigo ver o chat das duas lives. Bom, talvez se eu usasse o Restream, né? Vamos ver. Ok, news, ok. Aparentemente... Não tinha nenhum brasileiro falando, não. Então... Que bom. Deixa eu voltar aqui. So let's do this whole thing. Yeah, now they appear. I have to take rid of them. Oh, what was that? Previously freed. Angle to point. Ah, yeah, it's because I didn't trigger the quest progress here. So when health depletes, it will trigger the progress, the quest progress. Increase progress. Connect. Let's go and do that all again. I really need to implement the like an aim lock to this game because it really needs it. I think that I would change this message to "We are getting raided by space pirates" because they're raiding the company and not the player in this specific case. Oh fuck. Recharge! God damn it. Great job. Thanks for helping us with that. Cool. So yeah, yeah, guys, we just implemented the second quest. Pretty cool, right? But something that I should do. Introduction completed. Is this does what is it? Dialogue. Yeah, portrait. The next thing that I should introduction here, and instead of saying, "Oh, we are getting, we are getting," yeah. So this will fit the label. Cool. The next thing that I should do is to allow players to ask players to come back and fix the spaceship. But for that, I will need to create another button. Hope so. Great seeing you today. Okay, thank you so much for coming by. Have a great day. What time is it? Yeah, I think that I'm about to end this live stream as well, so I can implement the repair mechanic. So I'll have to first of all create a node that is specialized in healing the player. Repair. I don't know if I'm going to make this a singleton so anything can repair, or if I make this I think that I'll make this a singleton. Well, let's make this. Is this the proper the proper calculation? So 11, let's say 10 minus current amount, like 6, we'll be left with 4. Yeah, I think that this is it. Repair. Repair. It would take the player health, like maximum amount, plus equal. No. Is equal to. No, it's not the maximum amount. It's the current amount plus equal to maximum health dot maximum amount. Score singleton dot current score minus equal to total cost 0. Is anyone watching on X? I didn't. Whoa! I didn't saw anyone. Yeah, I didn't have the chat on X open. Sorry if anyone tried to interact with me. Sorry about that, guys. Cool. So the next thing, health current amount, health. Yeah, this is. So let's just try to do that, right? And I will create a button that triggers that. Portrait button. How is it on panel? So I'll have to duplicate this panel and add a portrait button right here. Okay. So duplicate this. Portrait button. Call this one repair. Let's see if I can design a nice range. Yeah, range. if my computer allows me, because I think that it won't it won't handle all of this processing power. Let's see the chat. I don't know why, but Godot 4 all of a sudden changed between like light theme and dark theme for no visible reason. Milkway concept. Yeah, probably this one. So I can draw a small wrench and use it for the repair button. I think it's 80 by 80. Yeah, 80 pixels by 80 pixels. So 80 by 80. Let's make this probably I will use the same shape. Like this. Yeah, way better. Because now I can do this. Well, it's not great, but you'll have to do the trick for now. Decrease this size. Subtract. And I think that I will delete this. Actually, I split the path, break path, F selected nodes. Yeah, this is the thing. And then I can delete. Fuck. Path. How can we break path? F selected nodes, join no, join selected nodes, break, join, delete segments between two endpoint nodes. Is this what I want? Why you do that? Can we delete this segment? This is the reason why I rather just do Boolean operations. There we have it. So let me see how's the chat. The chat. A minha. Manda um salve pro grupo Godot Brasil. Salve pro grupo Godot Brasil. Que bom que vocês estão aqui, gente. Eu demorei pra responder, gente. Desculpa. É que eu não tava com o chat aberto. A minha IDE aqui, o problema dela é que às vezes ela prende o foco do mouse no Linux. Ah, sua IDE. Prende o foco do mouse no Linux. Qual IDE que você tá usando? Pra tudo na vida tem um jeito. No. Yeah, I think that yeah. Actually, I think that oh. Oh, okay. Isso daqui vai ser export. But only this selection. Yeah. Games, Milkyway Mailing Inc. Project. Repository. Yeah. Grow. Interface. Portrait button. Repair. Portrait. Save, export, replace. Okay. So now we should have the portrait button, in which repair can use. Bling. And well, when I think that I can basically just use this repair, spaceship repair, and when we click on this button, I think that I can make an event for that as well, right? But what do need to repair? Yeah, I think that I will emit a signal communicating how much the total cost is. So signal. Because with that I can update the text. I think that I'll make a shared resource. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I think that I can do that, right? I'm a little afraid that I'll break something, but let's venture into that. Variable dialog text, which will be dialog text. So I think that I can make a a cool portrait for that, but I'll do that later. But once we update the dialog, once we get the repair cost, I will update the dialog text to text is equal to total repair cost. But how? Yeah. Yeah, I think that I will. Yeah, I think that this will work. Yes, I'm a bit. I'm a little afraid that if I do that and it won't work, I'll like be ashamed of myself because I'm doing that live. But let's try that. Well, what's the thing here? First, I'll have to create an animation event here. This is going to be so cool. Let's test this system. So manage animation, I will create the repair library. Repair. And with that I can create the repair animations. So I'll duplicate that. Well, we'll take rid of that, of these, and the dialog text make unique. Do you want to repair your spaceship? Press enter to continue. And then I will duplicate this one just so we have a new dialog. Duplicate, repair, repair. And what this will do is to trigger the calculation of the repair. So add track, call method, repair, calculate get repair cost. And it will always be new dialog text. I think that I will even save that as an individual, as a building, not building, as an actual resource. So headquarter event, well, repair. Repair dialog text dot textual resource. And I don't have to use anything, but just so we see something. Get repair cost, no, this. And I think that I will have to make this appear first. This happened first. And when we press this button, it will prompt the event. Find and update by index string add. Repair. My only concern with that is that this will not actually change the focus when we navigate using the arrows, but well, let me see the chat. Games, e aí, xará? Da hora, tem um monte de brasileiro aqui, né? Uma hora dessa da manhã. Legal. Nossa, minha cadeira desceu toda. Tô lá embaixo na live. Eu preciso comprar uma outra cadeira. Essa daqui, o pistão dela tá meio esquisito. Ela desce toda hora. Mas vamos continuar aqui. Eu acho que isso daqui vai funcionar. Mas eu não tenho nenhum pingo de certeza. Spaceship Repair. E bom, eu vou duplicar esse daqui. your how's it called when someone uses a service? Let me check in ChatGPT. How's it called? Hey chat, how's it called when someone uses a service? So I'm trying to write a sentence um, saying, hey, your spaceship was repaired. Thank you so much for your. Well, if this was a customer, it will say thank you for your service. But as the service provider, how can I how can I formulate this sentence?
You could say something like, "Thank you for choosing our service," or "We appreciate your business." Both convey gratitude from the service provider's perspective.
Okay, yeah, we appreciate your support. Okay, thank you for your support. That's it. And since this will be the same resource as this one, so I'll have to copy, paste it, and do the same thing with the previous one. What is it? Repair. Dialog text. Paste. Repair. Okay. So I think that this will work. Let's test this out. Yeah, the first thing that I will have to do is to go to the player, and on the ready, um, yeah. So this is the thing. How do I get this health? Okay. So I will have to create something like a health, a singleton that will hold some data from the player, probably like a player data singleton. So let's create that. And I'll save this in the game. Variable health, variable score, variable energy. And this will be an integer, and this would be game resources. And I'll also have the player, the whole player scene. So update data, health is equal to player dot health, energy is equal to player dot energy, score is equal to score singleton dot current score, and that's it. So in the player, probably on this player data, I'll have to Oops. Player is equal to player. No, actually, this one will be equal to this one. And the next thing is to, yeah, on the player scene, ready, so player data dot player is equal to, no, update self. And I'll turn this into a global yeah, this should do the trick. So when repair health is equal to player data dot health, if not health. And that's it. Let's see if this works. Please work. Pressed on based new instance. Press for child. Find. God damn it. No. Well, something went wrong here. Why is it showing? Oh, something went really bad. This should be the manager portrait. And this one should be the repair. So, repair. Let me just see if this is actually find and update repair. Okay, so this should probably work. Let me take some hits. Oh, 600. It should be an integer. Well, it seems like it's working. So let me. Where is it? Total cost, maximum health, minus current health. Times cost per point. Yeah. Pretty cool. Guys, I'm so happy. Seems like, yeah, this system, besides it's very tedious as you could see, but everything is integrating really nicely. So let me take some hits. It should cost 12, 20, 200 actually. Yeah, cool. But it didn't work. So I think that the what is missing is that on the event player is not actually repairing, right? On the third one, update high dialog. Okay, so I think that I should call a method on the repair spaceship and repair. But something that I don't know if the dialogue. I'll create a new one. Just to close the dialogue if the player doesn't want to upgrade. Oh, to repair. So I'll duplicate this one. Deny. It will not repair. And this will only be triggered I think that I will start listening to players' input on this one, and if they press like ask, it will move to right. So on this animation, I will allow it to right here. I will set its unhandled input to true. And on this one, oh, actually, on repair, I will set it's just false again. Let's see if this worked. Oh, yeah, this will work. No, actually, spaceship repair denied. Find and update by index. Repair and index 4. Actually 3? Yeah, 3. Connect. I think that this will work. Let's see. Gonna take some damage. Ouch. Bling! So if I don't want to repair, maybe something is consuming. Yeah, something. I don't know why it's not listening. Something. Set process. Oh, it's because I. Yeah, it's not this one. It's spaceship repair. No, technically, this should work. Let's see. Take some damage. Yeah, worked. Cool. So I think that I will change some dialogues here. Repair. Or ask to cancel. you don't have enough credits. So I'll duplicate this one. Not enough. Repair dialog, okay. So this should work. So all I have to do now is to connect this signal no credits to the event player, find and update by index string repair for connect. Well, let's see if this worked. Take damage. Take damage. Come on. Okay, so if I try to repair, spaceship, total repair cost, percentage to continue or ask to cancel. Continue. Oh, okay. Not enough. Duplicate. Not enough. Yeah. Not enough. Deny. Something that I can do. You can see that we kind of have like a dialog branch now, right? So something that I can do is to tell which one it should actually go to. So unlink dialog, hide, update dialog, and I can call a method. So this is the interesting thing. I can go to the event player and say, hey, play find and update by index string repair 5. So it will say, no, actually I can I don't know if this will actually work. But something that I need to fix. Repair intro. Show dialogue. Yeah. This is it. Let's see if this worked. So, poof. Take damage. More damage. Take more damage. To repair a spaceship, total repair cost 300. Yeah. So repair intro, deny, not enough. Not enough. Repair. Update dialog. Deny. Well, let me. But at this point, reply deny. It should say something like you don't have enough credits. I don't know why it's not working. Well, guys, I have to make a break to launch. So thank you so much for everyone that stayed here, everyone that jumped in as well. It was a very cool live stream. Thank you so much for everyone that interacted with me as well. It was a very pleasing chatting. So that's it. If you want to keep in touch, comment below your doubts, your questions about the system, about the game. Don't forget to follow Milkyway Mailing Inc. I'll put the link in the description of this live stream as well, and on the pinned comment as well. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Keep developing, and until the next time, see you there.